Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is me, Mishra's Cameraman, and today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man, the New Hero, I believe. So, before we get into it, we have to talk about two things. One, the Fan Film Fest, which is an event going on between May 25th and 27th. The form to sign up for it closes tonight at whenever I decide to close it tonight or sometime tomorrow. So if you still want to sign up, you need to sign up today and share your studio. I know this studio has already signed up. And if you're any studios out there that still want to sign up, today's the last day to do so. So sign up if you want to. It's in the description of this video and any other you watch on my channel from now until like mid-April. Also, this was one of the fan films submitted through Fan Film Finder, a quick form that if you fill out, I'll eventually get around to reviewing your fan film. So this is one of them. If you want to check out any others, or if you want to send in a fan film you want me to review, then just send it in and I'll get it to it eventually. Besides that, let's jump into this review. This fan film was very interesting. I was trying to watch it with a critical sense, but it really isn't one you can. Another odd thing with this fan film is the fact that a few weeks ago, I watched the... Let's see, can I find the video? I'm getting out my computer for this one. A few weeks ago, I did a review of, I think, the third film in the trilogy. And this, I believe, the first. Let's see. When did I review this? Not that film. Sorry, we're taking a quick detour here. Spider-Man Last Web. I believe that's what it was. Because, yes, I'm almost certain it was Last Web. And that video was from February, and it kind of blew up. It got 300 views, which is pretty good for my channel. But this film, I pretty much had the same expectations I had from watching that other one. And I feel like that's pretty fair. After thinking about what I remember from Last Web, I will say I feel like this was better. Not better. I feel like Last Web was better, I mean. I think if you watched them from 1 to 3, you would have seen the progression. But because I'm beginning here, I began at Last Web, and then I got here. You kind of see how much they improve, which is good. But it also is odd. Because they made some decisions in Last Web, which I personally wasn't a huge fan of. I never loved the Goblin in it. I thought there was just a ton of decisions that were interesting that they made. But I do like a lot of what they present in this film and in all of the films. So I will say, even though this film... I'll say it does lack a lot in some things. It does lack some of the quality, and it does have some plot holes, and there's no denying that. But for what this fan film is, you can't really expect much more. This isn't someone spending months of their life making this fan film. At least I'm assuming based on production value and stuff, that just doesn't seem like what this is. So from looking at what this fan film is, and seeing what they've done with it, I don't think they did bad at all. I think there was actually a ton of creative ideas. I liked how they did the stop motion on the spider. I actually did enjoy that a lot. I think most studios would have tried CGI'd in or something, but I actually like that they did do stop motion. And I also liked the shot of him on the ceiling. Even though in the last frame you could clearly see the hand on his side, if they cut that scene a half a second earlier so we didn't see the hand, honestly, that would have been a very cool thing. And even when they first began it, I was like, wait a second, how are they doing that? And then once I saw the hand, I was like, oh, that makes sense. But prior to that, I was like, wait, how did they do that effect? So I think it was actually done very well. And there were really just a ton of very fun things that they did in this film. I think they really try to have fun with the character of Spider-Man. I did like the invisibility scene. I thought that was fun. Thing I will point out, though, that I didn't love is the fact that I believe that this is Spider-Man's first time going out. And people already know he's Spider-Man. So that was just like, how do they know who he is if this is his first time? But yeah. But I still thought this film was very fun. I actually did enjoy the final... I think this film, I want to just say, had a ton of creative ideas. I like the idea of the Prowler fight at the end. How they're how Miles knows and how he's going to try to stop Prowler by kind of telling him that he knows. And even though I feel like that may have been in Into the Spider-Verse, I don't fully remember. But I don't remember much from Into the Spider-Verse at this point, but I do remember some. If this was an original idea, I think it's a very fun idea. And even if it wasn't, I think it's a fun plot to do with Prowler. Because in Into the Spider-Verse, Prowler wasn't the main villain. The main villain of that film was Kingpin. I believe, at least, from what I remember. I don't remember much. But I feel like that's just always something to, like, keep in mind when you're thinking about it, I guess. Like, I actually did enjoy this film a lot more than I guess I expected to. Like, I feel like this film does have the plot holes, and it isn't on the production levels I would have liked. But I think from when you're watching it, it is very enjoyable, and there's a ton of creative ideas. I don't remember exactly how long the other one, Last Web, was. I think it was longer than 15 minutes. I think it was a good, decent length longer. But I did like a lot of what this film did. And overall, I just think it was very creative, and there were a lot of fun ideas. So, as much fun as this fan film was, and as much as I enjoyed parts of it, I really don't think it's fair to heavily critique it. I think you kind of just have to watch it as, am I going to enjoy it? Yes. Do I think it's going to, like, it's not perfect. It doesn't look incredible visually. The costumes are definitely sometimes a little odd. And the story does sometimes not add up as much as you might like. But overall, if you are going in for a fun fan film that isn't taking itself too seriously, which a ton of fan films do nowadays, a ton of fan films want to make a real short fan film or a really strong Marvel film. And this simply isn't that. But I don't think that makes it bad. I think that just makes it something different from what you'd expect from this. But I think if you watch it, you're not going to have a bad time. I think you're just going to enjoy it. And I think if you can watch it without critiquing it, you'll have fun. And I think that's really all I can say about it. Let's go into 6 points. Directing was fine. I didn't see anything incredible besides from... There were a few interesting shots, but like the on the ceiling one, but it wasn't incredible or anything. Editing was fine. I thought the editing was just pretty solid overall. Acting was fine as well. Acting was pretty good. Story was fine. Choreography was good, and music was fine. So, yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.